Hey everyone, welcome back to the Lucas and Lee podcast. It's we can officially start celebrating Christmas edition.
Yes, it is Black Friday, the Black Friday show, and we have a ton of holiday topics for you.
We do.
I've been celebrating Christmas though since November 1st.
You have. And you know, in preparation for the fact that it's not Christmas, you know, Lucas, I was out digging out all my Florida Gator tree ornaments, and I came across your holiday card to me from last year.
Oh, yeah.
I'd just like to read it for all the viewers.
Yes.
Dearly, I hope you have an amazing holiday. You are a true blessing in my life and have become one of my best friends. I love you, my brother.
I love you, my brother. I love you.
Also, with the holidays, you know, before we get into viewer comments, everyone knows that it is Ugly Christmas Sweater Contest season. And I just needed to show everyone that I win every single ugly Christmas sweater contest I ever enter, because look at this bad boy.
Oh, that is
look at this.
Yeah,
look at this bad boy.
Where did you get this at?
Look at this bad boy. I probably saw it on the gram.
Well, you got to keep it a secret anyway. You don't want anybody to take. You don't want any more competition with the sweaters.
No, I mean that sweater is amazing. But we did get some comments on our segment last week.
Okay, so which segment was that? We did a lot of topics that were controversial.
There were two segments. So one was Christmas gift giving, and the first comment was from Lele and her boys on Instagram, also known as my sister.
Oh, your sister's
Leanna, my sister, chimed in. Because, you know, I was saying, you know, don't overwhelm them.
Yeah.
You know, get them something that's personal, that they're going to be like, he put some thought into this.
You specifically said don't get a Louis Vuitton purse.
My sister's comment, she still wants the purse. Get her the purse.
So, did people buy your sister extravagant gifts?
Well, it's my sister. She just likes extravagant things anyway.
Oh, you do too. I mean, it comes in the family, right?
I like extravagant experiences.
Yes, that's much better.
Experiences. You know, having great seats to watch the Florida Gators beat the Ole Miss Rebs this past weekend. Yes. Also, Christina Calderon, who many of you listeners may know is the secret girlfriend of Scott Farkas.
Okay.
I was just having a conversation with my partner, who actually is not Scott Farkas. I don't want to get her in trouble.
Okay.
About this. And the gifts a woman receives needs to be a gift that aligns with their interests. Not overwhelming is correct. This is a good one. Thank you, Christina, for backing me up. And then we did get a comment on when is the right time to bring someone home.
Okay, yeah. And there's a TikTok comment, right? So
it was a TikTok comment.
TikTok's a little unhinged.
It was a TikTok.
It's a little unhinged.
This comment, and parts will be paraphrased for the listening audience out there. I will never bring a bee home. What happens in the car stays in the car. Gerardo, keeping it classy.
Big shouts out to Gerardo.
He's probably single this.
I would, yeah. Well, I don't know of too many married or dating folks that have sex in the car often. It might happen once in a while. That's kind of like a...
Well, I think Gerardo perhaps feels a certain way towards women, and probably needs to see a mental health therapist. Talk about his feelings.
The last time I had it in a car.
Oh boy.
Would have been on Gettysburg.
Oh boy.
You know Gettysburg?
Yeah,
I was at the old Stockton Joe's. Do you remember Stockton Joe's?
I remember Stockton Joe's. I had a good burger there on occasion.
This is how old that is. So quite a while ago. Yeah. But we were hanging out at Stockton Joe's. We were having a great time. And then we're having a little fun, and then we were driving down the street, and then she was getting a little handsy, so I pulled over on Gettysburg, and we had a little fun. You haven't lived until you've had fun on Gettysburg.
I definitely haven't lived there, and I am 100% okay with that. I am. I really am.
Gettysburg is such a fun street.
I really am. So, Lucas, now that it is officially Christmas season.
Yes.
Friday the 29th.
Yes, Black Friday.
It's all about Christmas songs, Christmas movies, and Christmas treats. So, we have come up with our list of top for each.
Yes.
Starting off with Christmas songs.
Okay, now do you want to do 5 and then
Let's do 5 and 5.
Okay, 5 and 5.
Yes.
My number 5 on my Christmas list is Do They Know It's Christmas Time at All?
How is that 5? How is that 5? That is a banger.
It's number 5 on my list. I got that at number 5.
Number 5 on my list is Underneath the Tree by Kelly Clarkson.
That's a phenomenal song.
It's a jam.
That is a
jam.
That is a jam.
It's a jam.
And I love that one. Number 4 on my list is It's a Marshmallow World by the Ronettes, I believe. It's on the Full Spectre Christmas album.
Oh my gosh.
It's a Marshmallow World, and that it.
Who hasn't listened to the Full Spectre Christmas
Marshmallow
album?
World is one of the most underrated songs ever.
My number 4 is Baby, Please Come Home for Christmas, the U2 version.
Oh, yeah.
The U2 version.
Off the very special Christmas album.
Off the very special Christmas
Phenomenal album. Number 3 on my list would be, this is a rare one, and not many people know it, but do you remember the movie Beat Street?
No.
Beat Street, the breakdancing movie?
No!
Breakdancing movie that came out in like 1985. Well, in that movie, there's a song called Santa's Rap, and it goes a little like this. Ho, 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 open up your door. I'm Santa Claus, and guess what, y'all? I got something to show.
Oh my God.
Santa's Rap, underrated off the Beat Street soundtrack.
That is straight up 80s.
Yes, it most certainly is. Beat Street soundtrack, Santa's Rap by the Treacherous Three, and that is number 3 on my list.
So number 3 on my list is the song you put at number 5, Do They Know It's Christmas by Band-Aid. Yep.
What is your favorite part of that song?
It's probably when he's talking about that the only taste of water they have is tears.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, that is just a great song.
It is. I love the
It is like
Bono part.
Yeah, it's just amazing. I get a little teary-eyed every time.
No, I used to cry all the time, and it reminds me of my 7th grade teacher, Mr. Klaponis. Mr. Klaponis, he was an awesome teacher, and he would always bring in music to play for us, and especially songs with meaning.
Yeah.
And when that song was released in 1984,
it was 84. It was 84.
Yeah, 84. He brought that song in, played it for us, and we saw the video, and then we talked about the meaning. So that song has a very strong.
And you are right. The Bono part where he says, "Thank God it's them instead of you."
So powerful.
Oh my gosh.
So powerful.
Oh my gosh.
So powerful.
Okay, number 2.
Number 2. This song is not as powerful as Do They Know It's Christmas, but it is a banger, and it is one of my favorite songs. Number 2, Last Christmas by Wham.
Oh man,
Last Christmas,
I was debating whether that should get in my top 5 or not. I really was. It's like an honorable mention.
Heck yeah.
So number 2 for me is Take a Trip Down Candy Cane Lane with Me by Sia.
Oh yeah,
That is such a, and the video's even better. The video is like claymation Sia with a claymation snowman. It's amazing. Go on YouTube, look up Candy Cane Lane by Sia. You will thank me later.
That is an underrated song too.
That's a great song.
A lot of people don't bang that one. That is, you need to put that on your
great
Christmas playlist.
Song.
So number 1 for me goes without saying. It is the biggest Christmas song of all time now. It took down Bing Crosby's White Christmas. It became number 1. You know what it is. All I want for Christmas is you by Mariah Carey. The number 1 song on my list.
You know, she didn't even make my top 5.
Mariah, that whole
did not
album,
make my
it's like
top
one of the
5.
best albums of all. I could make a top 5 list off that album alone.
My favorite Christmas song of all time. Christmas Tree Farm by Taylor Swift. Yes. You cannot deny that song is an absolute banger. Oh, my heart is a Christmas tree farm. Yeah, Banger of a song. It beats Mariah Carey.
Oh, no
10
way. Let me tell you.
Yes.
When Taylor Swift was in diapers, Mariah Carey was dating athletes, and she didn't date some whack tight end who thinks he's a tight end and he's really a receiver. She dated Derek Jeter. Derek Jeter. Derek Jeter. Derek Jeter.
You know, okay, Lucas, it's 2024, not 1994. I just wanted to remind you of that. So, Taylor Swift's Christmas Tree Farm is my all-time banger of a Christmas song.
Okay, so those are the songs. Let's go with the movies.
Oh, yes.
And I am a huge fan of Christmas movies. As you know, I've been watching them since November 1st. I started playing Christmas songs on November 1st, and I'm listening to Christmas music, and I'm watching Christmas movies. This was so hard for me to narrow it down.
It was
five,
hard. It was hard.
There's so many that I watch, and gosh, it was hard. So I started off the list at number 5 with Bill Murray's Scrooged.
Oh my!
Scrooged.
Well, you know, I'm like in the same area.
Yeah.
So I actually had a tie for my top 5. It was
So number 5. There's 2 5s.
There's 2 5s.
Okay.
2 5s.
It's hard. It's hard to narrow it down.
Everyone gets a trophy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, A Christmas Carol, the animated one with Jim Carrey doing the voice of Scrooge,
Yeah.
yes. And The Grinch, the animated one that came out in 2019.
Okay, the 2019 version.
Yes,
of Grinch.
the animated one.
I actually-
with Cindy Lou Who.
Yes.
Cindy Lou Who.
I think that is. So the original Grinch that came out is my favorite of the Grinch series.
Yeah.
But the 2019 version would be my
Oh,
second
it's great.
favorite. Yeah.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
So coming in at number 4, and I know you're probably not going to like this pick because of somebody that makes a cameo in it.
Oh my gosh.
My number 4 pick is Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. I love that movie more than the original. Usually the sequel is never as good as the original, but I do believe that Home Alone 2 is better than Home Alone 1.
You know, Donald Trump does get the award for biggest villain, biggest Christmas movie villain
And he's on
of
for
all
like 2
time.
seconds. Did you ever hear the story of how he got in that movie?
He basically said they couldn't shoot there if he wasn't in the movie.
Exactly.
Which is a very Donald Trump thing to
It's a
do.
very Donald Trump thing.
My number 4, Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
They say,
Yeah,
now you're going
it
to get
is.
people angry.
I don't care.
You
Look,
got-
there is an ugly Christmas sweater that says Nakatomi Plaza Holiday Party 1988. Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Well, between that and Taylor Swift, there's going to be a lot of complaints.
Oh,
Yeah.
Number 3 is really going to make people complain, trust me.
Well, number 3 for me is definitely a traditional route. Number 3 is Christmas Vacation.
You know, you really can't go wrong with a Chevy Chase Vacation.
No, the Vacation is phenomenal. Christmas Vacation. I saw Matthew Frederick, who should be ashamed of himself, on Twitter. It's either Twitter or Facebook. He said he watched Christmas Vacation for the first time, which, first of all, that's a disgrace. But it's 2024 and you're watching Christmas Vacation for the first time. And he said it wasn't funny.
No, full tree, lots of sap. Full tree, lots of sap.
That movie is hilarious.
My number 3. Okay, for the record, it actually takes place on Christmas Day.
Okay.
Rocky 4 is a Christmas movie.
You gotta
yes,
stop.
yes.
Oh, my
Rocky
God.
4 is
No
a Christmas
way.
movie. Yeah, it takes
Christmas
place
movie.
during Christmas. There's snow in the movie. Remember Rocky's doing the training in the snow, and it is the one movie that single-handedly ended the Cold War and brought us peace to Western civilization. Because at the very end, Rocky makes a plea for nuclear disarmament and world peace.
Oh,
yes,
my God.
Rocky 4 is a Christmas movie.
So, does that mean trading places with Eddie Murphy's a Christmas movie because it takes place during Christmas?
If you want to include it. And Rocky 4 also came out during the Christmas season, making it a Christmas movie. It's the best Rocky out there.
Oh, you
100%.
have got to be kidding me.
100%.
My number 2 movie is The Santa Claus with Tim Allen.
Oh.
I love that movie.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I saw that on Christmas Day with my late father, rest in peace. And the year it came out, we had Christmas dinner, and we ran out and saw The Santa Claus with Tim Allen, and love that movie. Phenomenal movie.
My number 2 is, and everyone has this on their list, it's A Christmas Story. It's a Christmas story. It's a Christmas.
It's a phenomenal movie.
You'll shoot your eye out, kid.
Yes, a phenomenal movie. That would have been on my list. Like I said, it's really hard to pick 5, to narrow it down to 5. That's a phenomenal movie. It's a must-see, a Christmas story.
Fragile. It must be Italian.
Yes. Well, you saw the ornament. I sent you a picture of my ornament.
Yeah.
Fragile. It must be Italian. So number 1 is not only my favorite Christmas movie of all time, it is my favorite movie of all time. And I watch it with my children every year, and I cry every time I watch it. Guaranteed. I'm almost crying talking about the movie. The movie means so much to me. I think you know where I'm going with this. It's A Wonderful Life.
Oh,
my favorite Christmas movie of all time.
That is a classic. That's classic. I went back to my childhood for my favorite Christmas movie of all time. So remember, especially for those our age, when CBS had a special movie during the holidays.
Absolutely, yeah, I love it.
And it had that and the swirling CBS. Yeah, you know it was going to be a good time.
Special.
You know it was going to be a good time.
Absolutely.
So my favorite is starring Bing Crosby, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the claymation version.
That's a great one.
Yes. Every holiday season, I break that bad boy out, and that just puts me in the Christmas spirit.
What's incredible is that it's still amazing. I think it came out like in 1964. So
it was way back then. Yeah.
Like the Beatles were a new band.
Yeah.
when that first came out.
But it's hey, if any of you are parents out there with little ones, put them down in front of the TV. Find it on whatever streaming app you have. That is a must-watch for Christmas time.
Absolutely. So now on to, we're both big into, we're all, we definitely are different, but we have a lot of the same likes. We like sports, we like movies, we like Christmas, So, and we definitely love sweets.
So, hold on. Before we continue, is Fit Lurie going to be mad at us that we are discussing sugary substances?
Fit Lurie, she not if we're discussing it. If we were eating them right now, she would be upset.
Oh, man, I should have brought some pumpkin pie. Should have brought some pumpkin pie.
She would say, is this your cheat day, or is this you just splurging and cheating?
Well, come on, it's Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving week is a cheat week, right?
It is.
Yeah,
it is. There's a reason ESPN calls it Feast Week, for crying out loud. Yeah. By the way, everyone, tune in tomorrow morning, Saturday, to watch the Florida Gators on ESPN2 beat the bejesus out of the Florida State Seminoles and make yours truly a very happy guy.
Is Florida State still a Division I school?
Allegedly. Allegedly. I heard they backed out of playing Stag High.
Yeah, Stag would beat them. Big shouts out to Crocker, too. Crocker's the new coach over there. Former New York Jet player, at Tokay High School. He's
nice.
He also hosts Unlocked with the 49ers now.
Oh,
so big shouts out to Crocker, the new head coach at Stag High School. Yes.
Okay, go.
So
yours.
My one of my favorite treats, and coming in at number 5, I definitely consider this. You might not consider it a holiday treat. I do. The only time I ever have it is during the holidays. Is blueberry pie.
When does blueberry pie only come out during the holidays?
That's the only time I ever see it is blueberry pie. I had to go with blueberry pie.
So
it's better than pumpkin pie.
Oh my god! Oh no!
Blueberry pie is better than pumpkin pie.
No!
Way better. Better.
Okay.
Way better.
So my number 5. There are going to be lots of pies in my.
Yeah, pies are great.
So my number 5, down on the Central Coast, in the town of Cambria, you can find a lollaberry pie.
What? I don't even know what a lollaberry
is. So it came from like some place overseas apparently, and they found the best place to plant it was in the Central Coast, and especially around Cambria, which is an enchanting little village, by the way. If you're looking for a nice little getaway, somewhere by the ocean, fun, but like not too expensive, and like run over with people on their like bachelor or bachelorette parties, Cambria is the spot.
Okay, I need to check that place out.
Also, I'm expecting a residual check from the Cambria Chamber of Commerce.
You need one.
100%. But, yes, a lollaberry pie can be found in the one store, the Lollaberry store I forget the name of it, but you can't miss it because it literally says the only place you can find a Lollaberry pie. Boom, right there as soon as you get into downtown Cambria.
Number 4, that's a holiday treat from me, are any holiday shake that a fast food place comes out with. I have to have that. I love the holiday shakes. I had one the other day. It was Dutch Brothers. I got one at Dutch Brothers, and I drank it. It was it was called the Jingle Nog.
Oh my
and it
gosh.
was it tasted like Christmas in your mouth.
That sounds like it gives you diabetes.
The Jingle Nog. Try the Jingle Nog at Dutch Brothers. It was so good. So the Jingle Nog and all other holiday shakes come in at number 4.
Now, when Dutch Brothers first came in, the first one, they're on the Miracle Mile, which is like that way.
Yeah.
That's
where I got the Jingle Nog too, yeah.
From our recording studio. Everyone was complaining. Well, take that back. Not everyone. The hipsters were complaining, and the wannabe hipsters were complaining, and the get off my lawn people were complaining. Yeah. And I actually defended them. I went on Facebook and put this long old post saying, hey, they're investing in our community. They're employing young people. Look at all the positives. And the amount of hate I got from people, the amount of hate, literally just could have stunned a herd of buffalo. Every hipster in Stockton was super mad that, chains coming in. I mean, come on, get over yourselves, hipsters.
Well, I'll tell you what, the chains wouldn't come in if you all supported local business.
Boom!
Boom! There's a reason you all don't. So I do understand that when I went to Dutch Brothers, it was a couple days ago, there was a line around the block waiting to get in there. Always. And there's a sign that says, don't block driveways and all that other stuff. Because people like it.
Yeah.
And to all the hipsters, like I said, start supporting local business and then the chains won't come. But y'all don't.
No.
All you do is complain.
They love being keyboard cowboys.
Yeah, keyboard
cowboys.
Okay, so what's your number 4?
My number 4 is you can't beat a good old cheesecake.
A cheesecake is good.
Especially
pumpkin cheesecake is good, yeah.
Especially cheesecake my mama would make.
Ooh, yeah.
My mama would make the best cheesecake. Actually, the rest of my
homemade
picks,
cheesecake.
The rest of my picks are all very mama centric.
Oh, okay. Well, mine are very store-centric because nobody's really baking in my house. Coming in at number 3 is anything eggnog.
Oh, yes!
I love eggnog.
Yes,
I love eggnog.
Eggnog is the best.
I love it.
Eggnog is amazing.
Yes.
Oh my God,
Anything
I love me some eggnog.
Yeah.
I love me a good eggnog. Eggnog cheesecake.
Oh, anything eggnog is phenomenal.
Yeah. So, my number 3... Harkening back to my Portuguese heritage. So Portugal is very famous, especially this one store in Portugal called Pastéis de Belém, in literally right by the, for those of you who've been to Lisbon, like yours truly, it's right by the Big Henry the Navigator Monument. And Pastéis de Nata, which is basically a custard egg tart. Oh my God.
Woo!
It is so good. It is, people will go there just to have the custard egg tart. And my mama.
I want that. It sounds so good.
My mama on the holidays would always make them. And we would call them quejadas, but they're pastéis de nata. And they were so delicious. I would just.
Yeah, that is good stuff. That sounds good. That sounds good. So coming in at number 2 from me. You might not like this. Some people don't. I do. Peppermint bark.
That's not bad.
I love peppermint bark. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
That's not bad. That's not bad. Okay, my number 2 is definitely only my mama made these. She would make these little coconut balls in chocolate that were just little balls, little balls, and they were all coconut and chocolate, and oh my God, they were so good. I mean, I'm pretty sure that put more than a few pounds on during the holidays.
Well, that's what we have to do.
My mama made the best coconut balls of all time.
I love anything
they
that
were amazing.
That sounds good. That sounds really good.
Yes.
Coming in at number 1 for me is holiday cakes. Any type of holiday cake because they put that frosting on there and it's got all the sprinkles, and I love sprinkles. Any cake that says holiday, I am in for it. Whether it's from Podestos, Safeway, wherever. It's amazing. And Costco has some great holiday cakes too.
So my number one, also, I gotta say, my mama was the most amazing baker of all time. Like, once, me and my sister, like, tried to convince her she should, like, do this as either a side gig or a main gig, and she wouldn't. She was very, like, humble about it, and be like, oh, no, I just make it from it. But she was literally, like, the best baker on the planet. She was so good. But my number one, my mama's pumpkin pie.
Oh,
Pumpkin pie coming in number one.
Pumpkin pie. I like blueberry pie better than pumpkin pie, but I love all. Who doesn't love pie? So if you have a choice between pie or cake, what do you take?
Oh, pie. 100, 10 times out of 10. 10 times
yeah.
out of 10, I'm taking pie. 10
Yeah,
times out of 10.
I like cake. I mean, I like, well, I mean, I love every type of sweet. You know
who doesn't love every type of sweet?
Who's that?
Fitlery.
Fitlery, yeah. No.
Fitlery.
She just wants you to take protein in.
She
wants you to take protein in. That's her goal right there. So, this is where we do the worst week ever. But we can also do a Scrooge.
Yes.
Scrooge or a
Scrooge.
So I've come up with
Scrooge or Grinch. Yeah.
So I've come up with a little song for who I think is the worst person in the world.
I know you're a little fired up.
I think this is the worst person in the world. I think he not only is all about him, I think he is a pathetic human being. He is the lowest form of any human being. And I'm going to start off with a little song here. You're a mean one, Mr. Snell.
Oh, boy.
Blake Snell.
Oh, boy.
Blake Snell, you are a piece of crap human being. And I've come to the conclusion, Lee. I was there when he had the 16 strikeout game. And I was like, this is incredible. He's 16 strikeouts. The next game, he pitches a no-hitter. This is after he sucked in April, May, and June, and
hard.
Most of July. He sucked awful.
Sucked hard.
Then all of a sudden, he's throwing 16 strikeouts, throwing a no-hitter, is the best pitcher in baseball, and it occurred to me. He wasn't doing this for you and I, who are season ticket holders.
No,
for the
he
Giants.
was doing it for his contract.
Yeah, he was auditioning for the LA Dodgers. A big, you are a mean one, Mr. Grinch, Mr. Snell. You are a Grinch, and I cannot wait because, as you know, my bleacher seats are 2 rows behind the visitors' bullpen, and I am going to destroy him every single game that he pitches against us. Every time he's there, I'm going to be his worst nightmare. Just like Jensen. I take full responsibility when Jensen was with the Red Sox and he gave up the walk-off home run in 2023 because I was there, I was harassing him, I was yelling at him, and then he goes, bye, I'm going in for the win. That's exactly what he said. Bye, I'm going in for the win. And then he gave up the home run. And I was like, all the Red Sox fans, I was like, F you, F you, F you, F you. We won!
That reminds me. So back when I would actually go to Pacific basketball games and I had floor seats, we were playing BYU. And
those fans are awful.
And we all know that, BYU, their Mormon players always go away on missions for like 2 years and then come back. So I believe it was Tyler Hawes was his name. Dude looked like he was 35. I mean, straight up looked like he was about ready to run for Mitt Romney's Senate seat. Like, receding hairline, all that. So here I am in the front row, and floor seats, and I'm just on him. Like, you look like you're 35. Are you going to run to replace Mitt Romney? Just in his head. And mind you, at this time, he was like one of the leading scorers in the nation. He was putting in 28 a game.
Dang.
He literally turns at me and turns right to me and says, you live in Stockton. And I just looked at him and I was like, I'm in your head. And I continued the rest of the game. He had exactly 8 points and Pacific pulled off the upset.
You get the MVP for that.
BYU.
You get the MVP. You see, the fans do have to play a part. Like, I believe I was the reason why Jansen gave up that home run, and you were the reason why Tyler, whatever his name is, Tyler Haws, messed up and was shut down.
So my worst week ever. So, I was back in Florida for the weekend, And I went to the Florida Ole Miss game.
Yeah.
Florida Ole Miss, fantastic game. Many of my Graham followers saw me at the game.
Living your best life.
Living my best life, indeed. So coming into that game, just to give you a little background. So Gator fans, yours truly, were all asking for Billy Napier's head on a platter earlier in the season.
Yes.
And to an extent, maybe some still. But give credit where credit's due. He's now pulled off 2 straight upsets. But the person we all wanted to take his place was one Lane Kiffin.
Yes, I remember the
head
great
coach.
Lane Kiffin.
Head coach of the Ole Miss Rebels.
Yes.
Now, coming into the game, Ole Miss was ranked number 9 in the country. They were basically, all they had to do was win, and they're in the college football playoff. And Lane Kiffin goes running his mouth about how the swamp's not as loud as it used to be.
Ooh.
It's no big deal. What happens? Gators with the upset. Gators pull off the upset 24-17. It was a fantastic day in the swamp. We were loud as hell. And Lane Kiffin, I mean, if you saw his press conference after the game, he literally looked like someone ran over his puppy.
Lane Kiffin is definitely not the most morally nice person in the world. I know he screwed over a lot of teams. He screwed over USC. He screwed over the Raiders.
University of Tennessee, Florida Atlantic University.
Yeah.
I went on because now the big thing with Lane Kiffin is he does these TikToks with his daughter. And shockingly, there were no TikToks after the game.
I bet.
So Lane Kiffin, in my book, you had the worst week ever.
So,
hey everyone, thank you very much.
Yes, like and subscribe. It is Black Friday, so I'm going to hit the road and go to San Francisco and get me some Tony's Pizza on Stockton Street. If you're ever in San Francisco, that is the spot to eat pizza. Good pizza.
You can listen to our podcast or watch our podcast on YouTube, Spotify, iHeart Podcast. That's for you, Corey Peterson. Apple Podcasts and Amazon Podcasts. So please look up the Lucas and Lee podcast. Listen to us, download us.
Like and subscribe.
And follow us on the gram. And we are now over 200 followers on TikTok.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. We'll be back next week.
Thank you, everybody.